ourselves into Champion Select. Thank God. I was running out of nice things to say before we started back with the toxicity. Aatrox getting banned out first. So top laners have been key here in banning out. However, that last game was against TF Blade. They tried to ban him out. He was able to find the 7th champion that was able to be played in the top side of the map. Karthus gone as well. You touched on it. Karthus just supremely strong, especially using Dark Harvest. Gets out. We were watching the scrim yesterday. That was public, and Scar and Cutie Pie trying out their Pyke Ashe team composition. That didn't work out too well. But on the opposite side, Wild Turtle. Now, Wild Turtle of LCS fame, FlyQuest fame, great scrim partner. He took it to to Cutie Pie and Scara, but as LeBlanc. And I'm hoping that LeBlanc will be picked here. I hope that he'll pick the LeBlanc, and then the LeBlanc will be able to carry in this next match. As a couple more bans coming out, Aurelia and Nocturne. Waiting to see if Akali and Lucian will get banned out here. Am I missing one? I think we're missing one more OP, maybe?
No. They just have to wait for... Yeah, this is a weird thing, right? So, Stream Team chose blue side again, and they're banning out Akali, Irelia, and Aatrox, all the power picks that they should be taking from blue side. So yeah, like this blue side thing not working out that well for Stream Team, in my opinion. You don't get any of the power picks, and you also don't get a counter pick.
So, it's given the opportunity here for Voyboy. Like, Voyboy could pick the Lucian there. Yep, that's what we wanted. Yeah, so Lucian picked up and will be heading over to the Dream Team side.
I mean, we talked about Cutie being an expert on Lucian, so yeah, let's see this level 2 power spike that I've been hearing about up to what, 4 years now, 5 years now from Cutie.
Yep. So hopefully we'll get to see it. Caitlyn and Lee Sin now locked in for the Gucci gang, and Shotorate's going to get to show off his mechanics. Hopefully things will go well there for him. Caitlyn again in the hands of Evan RL. I think I'm kind of surprised that that Caitlyn again just is a pick here, and Lucian gets zoned out a bit. But like, how does that matchup go, Lucian versus Caitlyn?
Lucian versus Caitlyn, it's a pretty meh matchup for Lucian early, but once Lucian's able to get Bork, and later on, he's able to have a lot of kill potential on the Caitlyn. But as we talked about, it's a lot of comfort picks. Caitlyn coming in, again, this isn't like a high priority champion that he's picking up. It's more so just a comfort pick that the red team's taking over.
Cassiopeia and Camille locked in. So we saw the Cassiopeia in Rovex's hands when he was up against the Lissandra. Now this time, Cassiopeia could be going to Shifter, could be going to Voyboy as well.
I mean, more so than the Cassio pick, I am really, really loving this Camille pick. It's going to allow Nightblue to be more proactive on the map and be incredibly strong early. Camille's one of those champions that can press the attack pretty much anytime she wants. It's going to be, yeah, very interesting to look at the jungle matchup and see how it goes. Whoever gets ahead between Lee and Camille is going to have so much pressure on the whole game.
So immediately banned away is the Braum. Lucian Braum, one of the most punishing lanes in the game because of the passive stacks of concussive blows, stunning anyone that gets hit by Winter's Bite. That gets taken away. So smart play there. Urgot back in the hands of Nintendude X in the top lane. He was the MVP. He carried very hard. A lot of that had to do with the fact that Voyboy had his flash blown early on Rise. Ooh, and Pyke being taken away this time by the side of the Dream Team. So Scar not going to have his chance at resets.
Yeah, one thing I can't imagine is that Cassiopeia not being locked in for either Shifter or Voyboy. It's going to be a flex pick, and they're going to want to try to keep the flex alive long as possible. I'm going to assume that Urgot goes top for Nintendude X again. What champion could Voyboy pick into Urgot? That would be really great for him.
What are champions that kind of is it more of just kind of spacing and zoning? Is it like a Scion and just playing Int Scion and run it down? Is the Cassiopeia like something that can kind of space against an Urgot? Because
Urgot, he's like an immovable pick that's really hard to lane versus one-on-one. The best recommendation I have would be picking a carry and ganking for Urgot. So something like we saw Shy doing. Shy picked Irelia into Urgot, and with good ganks, he was able to really take over the game. It's not a lane you win one-on-one. It's something you have to work out with the jungler.
So does that mean Camille is the carry, or is Camille the jungler ganker that's going to be for the carry, either Cassiopeia or something that has yet to be picked?
I would love to see Camille jungle. I'm going to be really disappointed if you see Camille top. Camille top into Urgot is an incredibly hard matchup. If Voyboy's really practiced onto it, then it might be fine depending on what kind of jungle he has.
Alright, so we're getting to see these last couple picks here. Cutie Pie letting the timer go down on the opposite side. Zyra selected for Shady. So Caitlyn Zyra, a classic bot lane that is oppressive. And now Nautilus locked in. So Nautilus Lucian?
Yeah, so
Nautilus top?
Caitlyn Zyra is a very aggressive lane that you have a lot of priority on, but it's also a very fragile lane. Once you start dying, you don't have any kind of defensive tools. Caitlyn and Zyra are incredibly squishy champions, and when melee champions are able to get on top of them, it's really hard to survive. So for them to be able to pressure, they're going to have to be pushing up 24/7, and with Camille constantly looking to gank, it's going to be a hard lane to execute properly. I'm going to imagine...
Wait. This could be a lot of different things here, right? It could be a Lucian top, right? It could be Lucian top with Kleptomancy. It could be LeBlanc at the bot lane role in Cutie Pie's hands. We talked about it. Cutie Pie got spanked by Wild Turtle in that scrimmage earlier, and maybe realize the strength of it. Let's see how they swap it around.
Yeah, let's simplify things. I'm pretty sure Camille's going to go jungle. Cassio mid. Lucian, I would imagine Lucian AD. Oh, LeBlanc top into Urgot. Oh, switching again.
They could be. There is no rule against it.
You
in
can switch until last second. This is an Daniel, welcome to the world of non-LCS.
Yeah, I'm just explaining this for people. In LCS, you can't switch it past 20 seconds. If you do that, you lose a ban or something bad happens. You're breaking a rule.
Something bad happens.
Yeah, but I'm not a referee. I don't get paid to do that. But
you don't get paid to do anything right now.
Oh, hey, I get paid to be in your Taco Bell commercials that tell you to buy a Crunchwrap Supreme. All right, but like looking at Lucian, he could swap right now. Do it. Do the thing. No, they're going to keep it. 10 players on the Rift. Together, just peon. Alone, just peons. But together, taking one monumental step forward to $50,000 put up by loltyler1.com discount code alpha in the Tyler1 Championship Series. Gucci Gang 1, Stream Dream Meme Team 0. Will they be able to turn back their fate? No one knows until now. Hi everyone, Digon, Loco, here to take this game to its fullest potential, hopefully. Game 2, Gucci Gang wins this one, it's over, the dream is dead. But Game 3 is a possibility if a victory is the key for the Stream team.
So the two lanes we're going to have to look a lot at are actually mid and bottom. The mid 2v2, incredibly important for both teams. And for Caitlyn Zyra to function, they're going to have to push up a lot. But Camille Nautilus has very, very good gank potential. So I really want to focus the action on those lanes, and how those lanes play out is going to have a huge effect on the game.
And we'll keep the eye on the bottom side of the map, and I wanted to touch on it because Professor Toast and Mr. Mark Z touched on it earlier in the day with Toast's 8.23 patch notes. The plating turret gold is very much available around the map, and when you pick a hyper-aggressive lane, as you identified with Caitlyn and Zyra, that gold is going to possibly be a bait for a gank on the bottom side of the map for Nightblue. Interestingly enough, the pathings are opposite. Lee Sin starts on the top side of the map, Camille starts on the bottom, so that means their first ganks, if they choose to not do a full clear, will be on the opposite side. So Camille picking up the scuttle on the top side, Lee Sin picking up the scuttle on the bottom side. We'll keep an eye for the first gank around 3:30.
At least what we talked about has become true. Nightblue not giving up both Scuttle this time around, and hopefully he can put on the early pressure as Camille. He's looking to get top, but he's sitting on a ward. Hopefully, Voyboy, you told him that got warded, right? You told him?
Nightblue with the flash gets the stun down. Voyboy holding Nintendude in place, but it won't lead to anything else. Nintendude was a bit far away, and Nightblue and Voyboy not quite on the same page.
Yeah, that gank just wasn't that possible. Camille burning flash early while not putting on pretty much any damage on Urgot, and Urgot not using flash means Camille's early game's gonna be a little bit gimped. Ugh, not what you want to see.
So again, an early flash on the side of the Dream Team. They'll have to find their way back through ganks and possibly lane advantages, maybe in the mid lane, but LeBlanc and Ryze are just kind of gonna farm up, and LeBlanc's early game is a little bit rough, isn't it?
Her early game, not that rough anymore, especially with how much Electrocute does. It used to be a lot worse, but nowadays players have gotten better, and early game damage from Mastery has helped out LeBlanc a lot.
So let's keep an eye on some of those solo lanes right now. Lee Sin looking to gank into the mid lane, flash forward, holding Shifter in place, but Distortion will keep him safe.
Yeah. If Lee was able to land that Q, it would have at least been a flash from Shifter, and he would all his HP, losing priority on the lane. So very, very good of Shifter to make sure he didn't get hit by the Q of Lee Sin.
So now flash is burned on both sides, one in each solo lane. So Voyboy has his, Nintendude has his, or sorry, one on Nightblue and one on Rovex, that is. And so 1-1 so far, back to kind of just early trading and slow farming, but this pressure now is slowly chunking down Cutie Pie's health, already at half.
Cutie still has a Doran shield, and he's going to be able to heal up. He just wants to wait till level 6, or at the very, very least his first fight, to start putting on pressure on Caitlyn.
So Lee going through the lane for a lane brush gank. Might find it here. Snare going to land on Scarra. So Scarra's shield gets popped early, and Lee's just going to be patiently waiting. All the while, though, in the mid lane, Nightblue coming down onto Rovex. Rovex in a little bit of trouble, uses the cleanse. Walking out, doesn't have flash from that earlier failed gank, and it's just a matter of time. Nightblue going to be picking this one up, possibly, probably. There goes Shifter. Oh, no, Rovex still alive, and there it is, first blood. Heading on over to Shifter, forced to use his flash, but either way, good start for the Dream Team.
Early kill on LeBlanc, especially on the Ryze, is very important. This is going to mean their mid 2v2 now on is going to be advantageous. And also, Rovex is not running an aggressive summoner. Instead, he has Cleanse versus a LeBlanc to, I guess, get himself out of the chain, but I'm not sure how much use that's going to have.
Maybe he was more worried, yeah, the stun from Nightblue, but maybe should have just taken the L there, keep the cleanse, unfortunately for him. Burns it, won't have it for the next gank, and good to see Nightblue being proactive and finding some success early that he wasn't able to find before. Now we get to see a Nightblue playing from a little bit of a lead. Not a massive lead, but a little bit of a lead.
Looking for this lane gank bot lane, let's see if it happens. Whoop, just end up running through ours.
Yep, nothing too much. It's well lit right now on the map. On the top side for Voyboy, he has 2 control wards down, one just getting spotted out. Scarra getting chunked out, and will use the Anchor Toss to get himself to safety. But on the bottom
Rovex
side,
here
deep
should
wards.
know Camille's on the bottom side of the map and keep hugging top side and not allow this gank to happen.
Snare lands, no cleanse for him, gets double stunned and gets chunked. Here comes Shorter Race. Will land the Q and will take it and dash out. Nice chunk of damage onto Nightblue, and will pick up a stack of Dark Harvest on that one.
Game's gonna slow down a little bit until the junglers have their level 6. Once Camille has her level 6, Lee has his level 6, they're both gonna be aggressive as possible looking for the fights.
So we get to see that first turret plating chunk heading on over to Shady and Evan RL. A 4-man gank on the bottom side of the map was in the works, but just good game smarts there for Evan and Shady. They back off, and they'll stay safe. They'll stay in the lane and continue the oppression, though. 65-46 is the CS score on the bottom side of the map. Now getting snared up is Scarra. Scarra does get ignited. Nice snare into the wall. Peacemaker not needed because Shady just auto-attacks it to death. 1-1 is your score.
Yeah, excellent trap placement from the Caitlyn. He placed it where Nautilus would hook to the wall and get procced by the traps. Just a lot of thinking ahead.
For a while, traps were something that people were maxing, and then they got away from it because of the duration, and Peacemaker just does too much damage up front. But when you have a Nautilus that has to kind of like trudge through all these things, and Lucian wants to dash through all these things, you could possibly max traps. Is that something that is a viable option here for Evan RL and Shady that want to have a lane kingdom?
Even if it is viable, players generally don't like customizing their skill build a lot of times, and they just level up what they know is good and what they think is good. We'd have to probably get deeper into that, but definitely a possibility.
Yeah, Evan has 3 stacks into Peacemaker. No trap theory crafting there. I just thought about it. Because I believe Stixay used to do it as well. Stixay was someone that put 3 stacks into traps so that he would have the 4 traps there, regenerate a little more, and help him in his laning phase. But Peacemaker is the way to go for Evan RL. Blue buff transfer complete. Heads over to Rovex. Now Cutie Pie and Skara thinking about it. Lots of pings going down. Hook gonna land on top of Shorter Ace, and Shorter Ace gets taken down immediately.
Does anything.
Depth charge, popping up Rise. Nintendo trying to get the ult. Misses. Nice dodge there by Nightblue, but Rise ulti going down. Rovex wants to bring 4 of his buddies to the party. No one else wants to be there. Someone call the cops. Everybody run away. Scar is able to get away. And look at that. Stream team coordinated. Get 1 kill and get out.
Now Voyboy is able to just push up top, collect the gold, hopefully get a plating here.
A little bit of sneaky play there. Cutie Pie waiting in a bush for Evan RL and chunks him down a little bit further. Hopefully they'll be safe. Cutie now getting chunked a little bit in return. His lane partner helping out the mid lane. Scar there. Now Scar thinks better of it because Shorter Ace is there. And so a lot of just hectic positioning right now between both teams.
That team fight turned out so well for the Stream team because they were able to instantly melt the Lee Sin without him being able to kick or do pretty much anything. So it turned into a 4v5. And Red team committed with their teleport also, and they weren't able to get anything out of it. Overall, a great victory for the Stream team.
Great victory for the Stream team. All the while, though, right now, Shorter Ace all alone with the Drake, and it is a Cloud Drake. And we touched on it in that last game. A variety of Drakes is what teams want, and that Air Drake is 50% more than what it used to be before patch 8.23. So the movement speed accrued is pretty big for Gucci Gang right now at 3% movement speed, and will be tripled when they're out of combat. So a lot of this positioning, whatnot, that Shorter Ace on the Lee Sin would like to do, and then Rise getting out of vision, trying to get a teleport. It'll happen much quicker than what the Dream Team will be thinking it will be happening.
Ooh, great hook onto the Caitlyn. Ultimate follow-up.
Caitlyn, depth charge. Cutie Pie thinking about going. Nice ult will keep him safe. Shady protecting his 80 carry, even using his back for the culling. No culling here. And so, nice counter gank by the side of the Gucci Gang team. However, Cutie Pie and Scar want to get some of that plating gold with Nightblue hovering. Rovex thinking about coming down, will think better of it, and no action on the bottom side of the map.
Now, one thing that I see baits people a lot is after they chunk out someone in lane, they end up staying to get the plating gold, but most of the time it's better to back for tempo than try to get the plating gold, which is what Cutie Pie and Skara were able to do and not get baited by. Because you can stay there and get some additional gold, but if you don't recall and buy your items, it doesn't mean jack shit.
It doesn't mean jack shit, but if you want to get jacked, head over to loltyler1.com, use discount code ALPHA to get jacked. All right. 2-1 is our score here at 11:45 in the game. 17,000 to 18,000. Meme Dream Team seem to have like the momentum in the game, but are somewhat behind in gold. And so although things are going well, let's talk about scaling here. Which team scales better? You got to Rise on one side. Caitlyn will be there as well, but LeBlanc, Cassiopeia, Nautilus to be that tanky front line. What do you think about as the game gets later?
As the game gets later, I think it's going to be easier and easier for the team to play their comp out. Nautilus in team fights, it's just point and click. LeBlanc damage is pretty guaranteed. Camille's damage is pretty guaranteed. While in a straight 5v5, I do think Red team is going to be stronger. It's just not going to be up to that. It's going to be more so on execution and picks, and I'm going to lean slightly towards Blue team.
Scar roaming around, trying to get vision on the bottom side of the map. Pings going down on that bot turret. And it just kind of looks like a buddy system right now. LeBlanc and Camille are together, Shifter and Nightblue, and on the bottom side, Scara and Cutie Pie getting back together as their duo. And they're warding together. It's smart.
I mean, for the mid 2v2, as LeBlanc or Camille, if you run into a Ryzen Lee where you didn't have vision, you're just going to get melted instantly. Both teams are trying so hard to make sure they can get that 2v2 kill.
Distortion forward by Shifter. 0 chains, not even one. Gonna land there. And so just a little bit of posturing back and forth.
Yeah, looks like Nightblue invading for this blue, and Shifter following up also. They really want this. If they're able to get on the Lee and land the ultimate, they should be able to kill him.
It does look like it's going to be a party down on the blue buff. All
Boy has a teleport, and Nintendo doesn't. This might be a 4v5.
But Voyboy isn't backing off. He's still kind of, he's trying to push the wave and get away from Nintendo. Nintendo not letting that happen. And so the steal is off, and the blue buff heads on over to Rovex and the rest of Gucci Gang. This game has been just kind of like even more strategic than the one before. I think we were all riding a high off of Timmy Turner and Supernova playing Throwfest. They're playing baseball with each other. In this one, it's been very calculated, variation of how calculated it is. And unfortunately, that's led to a little bit less kills, but it's led to a lot of movement. And I hope that the cameraman has been hitting all these things.
I mean, both teams are playing a lot more careful, and especially in game 1, there might have been some nerve problems. These aren't players that play in tourney settings that often.
Look at Scar with the sidestep there, not going to be snared. And it stops the backs, slows down the wave, and maybe they'll be able to push a wave into the turret.
Alright. Cutie finally has his Bork. Now he has a lot of solo kill potential on Caitlyn or Desire. Them stepping out of position anytime or getting hooked by Scara is going to mean almost instant death.
So still here at 15 minutes. Turret plating has gone down, so now it's a race to the first turret gold. With the Drake now coming up. This next Drake is an Infernal Drake. You said it. Sometimes teams kind of go a little bit too hard on the Infernal Drake here. Cloud Drake already on the side of Gucci Gang, though, so maybe you want to stop that accrual of Drakes.
No setup. Urgot moved down. Boy, you need to teleport. Please don't stay for the turret. Teleport for this. Let's fight for this.
Boy's waiting. There is the TP. They have a nice ward near the blue buff. Flash forward by Scara. Will catch the Lee Sin, but the blue team steals it. Big steal there by Nightblue. It's about time he showed up. They're going to get the dragon and 2 kills. Big play there by the Dream Team.
2 kills, Inferno. Boy TP down. We're all happy. Now, if Stream Team can take this lead and be able to get first turret, it's something I would love to see them do. Hand over the blue and let's maybe play for Herald or play for top side turret. Cassiopeia in a really strong state right now.
I'm super happy for Nightblue. We were going hard on him. We were going pretty hard on him. He's able to get over and get the smite. Also, big play by Scar on that last one with the flash anchor toss and hold them in place. Dredge line stays true. I mean, and that was big.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to make fun of Nightblue for some of the mistakes Iman in, but it's not easy at all playing at a tournament like this. And Nightblue is not like a competitive player. Everyone else on the Stream Team has played in LCS or at least Challenger before, but for Nightblue, he doesn't have that competitive experience, and being able to show up in this setting is mad props to him.
Ooh, another dredge line very close to Shady. Able to walk away from that one. But you can see both junglers now have the same idea. Let's hover around this top side and get a counter gank off. Nice flash forward. Boy in trouble. The fear beyond death leads to death. Boy goes down on that Cassiopeia. Helpful was Shorter Ace in that gank.
Would have wanted Boy to wait a little bit, position a little bit better. Nightblue was right behind you, but you can't play perfect all the time.
26,000 gold, only 300 separating these two players so far. 17 minutes in, and still, all turrets are up. It might go down here, finally in the bottom side. Cutie Pie is low on mana, will try to land some skills, will not be able to, and the first turret gold lands to Gucci Gang. Scar using depth charge onto MRL, able to sidestep the snare. Great ult by Shady, stops the rest of the bot lane, but you can't stop Shifter. Chapanya laying down the smackdown. It's a kill, heading on over to him. 5-2 is your score.
Yeah, Flash Shark QWE, very clean combo, played well from Shifter.
I was wondering why Skara stepped up and did the ult, knowing that Cutie had no mana. And then Shifter shows up and makes the AD carry go goodbye.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay from Skara. He used his hook before, missed, and then ulted. I would have liked to have seen him ult first, and after ult is hitting, hit an easy hook, but I don't think he's too experienced on Nautilus.
You know what, Loco? Like, he got the kill anyway, so leave my boy Skara alone.
Okay.
Nintendo on the top side of the map, though. Just going to shove this one in, and for the second game in a row, Voyboy losing turret first to Nintendo, and Nintendo has looked solid on this Urgot. I think it's both the champion, but him as well, playing it correctly.
While we were talking about all that, Shorter Ace was able to sneak into Herald by himself, and now he has the Herald, and he's going to want to use it immediately. One thing that people might not think about all the time is Lee Sin actually needs access to his word trinket, or he's not able to word hop, so he wants to use the Herald immediately. Although at times I see Lee Sin players, because they're so used to word hopping, they try to use Herald when they're word hopping, and they're using it in weird places. So hopefully we don't see that mistake from Lee Sin.
Maybe he pops it now. Shorter Ace. Looks like he's gonna hold on to it. He's not gonna use it right now. One thing that Herald introduced way back in the day is this concept of tempo. Can you explain what tempo is in a very short, succinct way? Because tempo is a word that gets thrown out all the time.
Tempo means you have a timing on the opponent to move first on the map or get something done.
Wait, let's watch Rovex die first. And then watch this TP not be able to be canceled because you can't cancel it anymore.
Is it going to be another one?
He used Ghost, and it does look like they want to turn it around. Nintendo is a little tanky, but now in the rotation, Nightblue finds it. Great play there by him. And Nintendo kind of baiting the rest of his team out. That will allow 2 more kills heading on over to the side of the Dream Team.
A little bit of a nice comeback from Dream Team. They're going to be able to get their first turret, hopefully. Nightblue, what are you doing there?
Nightblue, not able to get away. EQ combo going to land. Here goes Ace in the hole. Not going to be the right hole. Nightblue able to walk away from that one. The ulti coming down as well from Nintendo does not land, so no fear beyond death. And Nightblue playing a very good game so far. Third dragon about to come up. Dream Team really wants this. They're setting up for it.
Oh, they catch the Urgot.
Yeah, Curious Urgot very low. Isn't that tanky quite yet? Has Merc Treads, has Glacial Shroud.
Super crucial.
Yeah. The first kill for Cutie Pie in this series so far, 3-0-3. Or the first kills. Oh, punctuate that, kills for Cutie, and he's getting to show what the vet can do. Evan RL, the future of AD carries from North America. Cutie Pie, obviously a legend of AD carries of North America. And he's going 3-0-3, and the Caitlyn pick not quite panning out as much. I don't think that's necessarily his fault, because he is up a ton of CS, and that's what you want out of Caitlyn, but just been a lot more pressure out of a more active Nightblue.
Yeah, and also the LeBlanc shipped the roaming bottom for that crucial kill. I think this game really just came down to the mid 2v2. You can see Ryze and Lee are both 0-6, so not the place you want to be when you have those kind of champions.
So Rift Herald popped, but almost for a waste. Shorter Ace not able to get it into a lane that was shoved in, and Skara and Cutie, the dynamic duo, this bot lane that we didn't even think might be possible, will clear that out and lead the charge for the team, clearing out Vision.
Yeah, now we can expect both teams to play around Baron and Vision control and try to play for picks. Blue team actually has a lot of pick potential along with Nautilus and Blanc. For the red team too, Ryze and Lee, not bad at all when people are walking into you. Let's see if we can make it. Let's see which team gets the pick and really open the game up with the Baron.
Yeah, and I think because of the lane dominance, there is a lot of gold still on the side of Gucci Gang. Like, they do have it. It's there, but will they be able to invest it into wards to get those picks? Because right now, Skara has just been a fiend as we see him clear out yet another ward, clearing out all this topside vision that Gucci Gang spent time getting in the first place.
And now Cassio bot laning against the Ryze in the bottom, or Cassio solo laning against the Ryze in the bottom. Voice constantly going to be able to have pressure. He farmed a decent amount while Ryze just fell behind.
So as these towers have fallen, surprisingly enough, the mid lane tower hasn't fallen for Gucci Gang yet, but there's Voyboy playing very aggressive on the bottom side jungle, and it feels like Gucci Gang are starting to lose control of this map.
Yeah, with the two outers down. Oh, Void going for the solo kill.
Flash forward, nice ult. He knew when he was going to turn around. He knew what he had for breakfast, and he knows that's going to be a kill. Voyboy picking that up on Rovex.
Yeah, with that solo kill, now they're going to have even more pressure, and they're going to lose mid turret, they're going to lose red buff. Red team just not in a great spot. Oh, Scar going for this dive. I guess nice ultimate use. What was that?
You know, Scar has been doing a lot of ward clearing. He wanted to use ability every now and then as well. That's all. So one more kill heading on over to the side of the stream team, and Voyboy scaling up to 1 and 2. And just those scores right in the middle of the scoreboard for the side of Gucci Gang. 0-3, 0-4, 0-1. You touched on it. The mid 2v2 hasn't been exceptional like it was in the first game for Gucci Gang, and it's punished the AD carry who kind of led the way last time in Evan RL.
And also now Rising 04 not having teleport, and Voyboy still has to teleport. He can just go bottom and pressure again and again and again.
Also, that replay brought to you by what else? Tyler1.com/alpha. Discount code alpha. Woo! That one wasn't so good.
Right. Luckily, this time for the red team, Nintendo's matching as the Urgot instead of the Rise, so hopefully he can have a little bit more pressure and not get run over by the Cassiopeia.
So Scar yet again on ward clearing duty. Gonna clear out this top side, however.
And that's what you do as a support. You just keep buying pink wards, clearing out there, stay right next to Baron.
Oh, no.
He's doing a great job.
Walking face first. This is exactly what you said needed to happen. Oh, Shifter! Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
That flash on the block is
grunt.
super crucial. That flash giving away that gold, that was just extremely bad for a Shifter.
Indeed. So Shifter giving a beacon of hope over to the opposite side. And again, the gold is still very close. It's in awkward places. The 2 kills right now onto Zyra with the bounty on Zyra, but there's still opportunities here for Gucci Gang. Oh. Dash in forward. Voyboy trying to bite off more than he can chew. The stun does go down. Nintendude X able to get the execute though, and now he's in a little bit of trouble. Nightblue and Scara doing a number on a Nintendude. Nice dash away by Shorter Ace to keep him alive. Flash away will not mean the stun doesn't land, but Dredgeline will land. Down goes the big bad boss in the top lane, Urgot. It looked good for a little while. Unfortunately, didn't pan out. Flash away by Shorter Ace will keep him alive for a little bit. But the slow goes down. Heal comes out of Evan RL. Flash forward! 80 carries Wet Dream by Cutie Pie. And he picks up the kill onto Lee Sin. The pressure's not done. Shifter wants to get back to Shady. And he'll chunk him down a little bit. But nice turnaround there by the Dream Team.
Yeah, the entire situation was almost a 5 because Rise was top lane without a teleport. As you said, well played by the main team, especially the Cutie Pie. That flash forward to be able to kill the Lee, super crucial.
So a little bit scary here. Baron's going to be started up. This was done early by Gucci Gang last game. The difference was Gucci Gang had 2 Mountain Drakes. Lee is dead. Teleport coming in, so maybe they just want to bait out the teleport. I don't know about that one. Nintendude into the fight. Scar is very low.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Nintendude steals the Baron!
What are you doing?
Hold on, what just happened? Tyler1.com, discount code alpha. Oh. Is it 2 times off? Is it 2 times off like Worlds? No? No? Okay, either way. Big steal there by Nintendude. Nightblue, we've been lauding you. We've been applauding you, and we needed you the most right there. Doesn't show up. Big steal by Nintendude. And Gucci Gang take the gold lead in this match that they're losing 11-4.
Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. No jungle, just you and the Urgot alone in the pit, and you missed it. Oh my God.
Speechless. Take a look at this replay. While you're watching this replay, Nintendo to Mountain Drake, which would have helped Dream Team a little bit there. Oh boy. So let's resettle our britches. and take a seat, as the 800 gold lead will definitely grow during this Baron power play. As you can see, the beautiful graphics brought to you by the Tyler1 production team on your screen.
Oh my god.
Flash forward by Skara because he says, I don't give a damn about your production quality. I'm going in right now. Rovik stuck in the X-Tech ultimatum. He dies, and it's a double kill. And the meme team trying to assert their dominance back on Gucci Gang.
So Urgot was actually able to use his spellbook to get a smite, and it came down to 50-50. But still, Night Blue, you have your empowered Q. It isn't as bad as we made it out to be now that we realize Urgot had smite the whole time, but still something you do not want to see from your jungler.
I think a play like that, though, by Skara to just say, hey, you know what? Get on my back. It's all right. You're going to make another play later on. It gives that jungler a little bit of reprieve from the mistake he made and maybe forward-looking to another play. Hopefully that's the case for the Dream Team. And Gucci Gang side, I think they were just a little uncoordinated. They had Baron when they didn't expect to have Baron, and it really didn't look like they were setting up any kind of play. Why are you that forward in front of your minions? Why did any of that happen? It shouldn't have happened, but they do still have the Baron. They do still have all the tools to continue to try and push this game back on their side. This mid turret, though, will be falling. Rovek's thinking about engaging, will bait Shady into taking it, but nothing there, and the Dream Team trying to turn this power play on its head.
Yeah, I mean, Dream Team's been doing a really great job of being able to single out and isolate targets with Camille ult or be it Nautilus ult and get them killed and turn the team fight into a 4v5. If they can continue doing this, they might have a shot back into the game.
Evan now hitting a couple of big item spikes here. Infinity Edge, Storm Razor, and Rapid Fire Cannon for him. He's going to be a guy to keep an eye on as this game gets later and later, because the only outright tank is Skara, but the extra range means that possibly you could look past Skara. The next item is probably something like a Last Whisper, which is going to tear through Skara, and then maybe that tank's use might fall off. We don't know. Let's keep our eyes on that 80 carry for Gucci Gang in these next couple team fights as the Baron minions push down, and look at the damage coming down from that team. Mountain Drake plus the Baron empowered minions plus minions overall just do more damage as the game gets later. No defense mounted for the Stream Team.
Yes, Gucci Gang showing a little bit more respect, not pushing up to 4. They're very afraid of Nautilus and Camille now.
What are the next plays for both these teams? Is it just a gank like this? Oh no, Cutie Pie! Why? Down he goes! Great play by Short Race. Short Race gets killed first. Evan RL very low, forced to use heal through the ignite. Will he live? No, he doesn't. Not enough health steal. So overall a 2-for-1. Oh, that looked so promising early on for Gucci Gang, but the Dream Team able to withstand it.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful kick from Shorter Ace, but with Caitlyn dying there also, that doesn't mean as much. And Boy was bottom pushing the whole time, so now they're going to be pushed in from all 3 lanes.
Yep, Boy able to take the bottom side of the map. Shady thought about going in for it. Now Skara getting stuck, and Nintendo's just going to use shotgun knees right to the face. Knee to the face! Down he goes.
Boy's still splitting.
Uh-oh, Voy. Is this a classic Voy overstay? It's only one person there. Ult doesn't land, so he didn't know what he had for lunch, only just for breakfast. And now Voy, without an ultimate, not very mobile, will have to try and slither his way out of this one.
Flash.
Getting slowed by Nintendo. Oh, exhaust goes down, and that's going to be all she wrote. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. He used the flash. He had the flash. He no longer has it. And so momentum shifts going back and forth in this gold lead. Only 500 gold right now between these teams at 31 minutes.
Yeah, I would love to see Dream Team play a little bit more coordinated, split push all together, and if people are getting caught, just ditch the push and reset.
So, yeah, surprising that he stayed that long, because he got the turret.
Yeah.
He saw the semi-engage. He saw Skara go down in the mid lane, and there wasn't a ton of pressure on the top side of the map, so a little bit greedy from Voy. We've seen him play like that time and time again, not only in LCS but on stream, and this time he pays for it in the biggest tournament of his life, the Tyler1 Championship Series, $50,000 on the line.
Okay, next few minutes are going to be incredibly crucial with Inferno coming up and Baron coming up, and one thing to note is Stream Team has 3 stopwatch. One on Camille, one on Lucian, one on Nautilus. Their next
Skara trying to 1v5.
What are you doing, Skara?
Skara?
What are you doing? Why are you in there?
Skara. That was toxic Skara.
Why are you? Oh my god. Play with your team. Inferno's up, Skara. You don't need to clear vision right there. What are you doing, buddy?
Inferno will be on the menu for Gucci Gang, as now maybe Nintendo biting off a little bit more than he can chew. He gets caught into the X-Tech ultimatum, uses the stone plate, will be very tanky though. He doesn't have ultimate because it was used earlier. Zonia's goes down. Nightblue not able to hookshot off the wall, but Cutie Pie able to kill one. He's able to kill two. The third goes down, so now it's a 3v2. Dream Team take back this fight.
Ooh, a very hectic game. Mistakes all over the place, but luckily we have Dream Team coming out ahead. And are they gonna try for the Baron right here? You guys don't have a Camille.
They don't have a Camille. It's I guess Voi's not very tanky. Cutie
no junglers on either team.
Oh, but there's a very tanky Nintendo with an ultimate who's looking to come in. Fear Beyond Death does land. Cutie Pie uses the Zonias to hold him off. Stopwatch to hold him off, and it forces the flash out of Nintendo. Nintendo does have the adaptive helm, which will keep him tanky against the Cassiopeia, but it doesn't matter if it's a 1v3. Nintendo trying to get his kill, and the shutdown gold going right back over to Voyboy, and the boy genius leading his team back to the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo, even though he died there, he was able to get the stopwatch from Lucian, and he also prevented Stream Team from doing Baron.
Oh boy, 19-9, but you couldn't tell between the gold scores and the way that these guys like to party at Fiestas, because they're throwing one hell of one right now at 35 minutes in front of Baron. Scar gonna flash over, gets the ult down onto shorter race. Again, if you neutralize the jungler, there is no smite. Oh, Shifter just chilling. He's chilling in the bush. Baron being started up by the Dream Team. All 5 members now up. Oh no, 4 members still up for Nintendo for the side of Gucci Gang, Nintendo's team.
Boy's actually not able to
have teleport.
The Baron. Boy's actually not able to melt the Baron because he's low on mana and he can't commit to using his mana on the Baron. Now they're in a really awkward spot.
And they're just gonna back off. So that power play in terms of numbers wasted. Oh no!
Nightblue, what are you doing?
No! Good Nightblue, bad Nightblue, bad Nightblue. He's still alive though. Nope, he gets autoed in the face. Oh boy! And look at this, the scrappy young lads from Gucci Gang. They take a little bit more momentum back. However, the bottom turret did just fall, and the inhibitor is now exposed. So again, as much as all these micro plays might be like questionable, macro plays also questionable around the map. There's so much to consider right now with Baron and a bottom inhibitor open, waves kind of pushing, and 18 more seconds on Nightblue.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, whoever gets Baron is going to have a huge opening to take multiple turrets and an inhibitor. So both teams are just incredibly focused on who's going to get the Baron and who can vision control around it.
Oh, 35 minutes here. One of the longest games in the Tyler1 Championship Series so far. And it's getting tense. Both teams now with death timers getting higher and higher. One mistake could cost you the game.
I mean, yeah, for Stream Team, if they're able to win a fight at Baron and just walk straight down bottom with the wave and take inhibitor, they're going to be able to end the game on one single push or even one single team fight.
Scar doing a great job clearing out wards yet again. Taking a look at the ward score, basically even. Shady's done a fantastic job placing the wards, but Scar has been in place time and time again to clear him out. Oh, good guy Shifter. Just gonna take that ward score there from Skara. The only way to measure his success as a support player.
Skara, as you mentioned, has been very diligent about the ward and the vision control. Other than dying a few times out of position, he's done a great job as a non-support main playing a support.
Look at this Baron though, it's getting melted down. Doesn't matter if there's wards there or not. TP
don't take the 50-50.
A little bit further behind.
Don't take the 50-50.
That seemed really smart. Nintendo can't cancel his TP, and so now TP advantage for the Dream Team against a Gucci Gang team that doesn't have an inhibitor on the bottom side. If Voyboy thinks about splitting, he's going to be wide open.
Yeah, now with teleports not being able to cancel, once you commit to teleporting, there's no going back. Look, you're teleporting there. It doesn't matter who's sitting.
Oh, the split push could happen, but it really doesn't look like they want to do that right now.
Yeah, they're just so focused on the Baron.
Yeah, they are.
Voy just soloing it by himself.
Voy is soloing it, but a ward has gone down. So
guys, take it slow. You guys need to vision control. Oof.
Yeah,
Almost.
Farsight ward going down. That'll slow down the attack from Voy. Voy is the one that could solo it, but he is the one that has TP that could be split pushing on the other side of the map, and that's what he does. But because of all this wasted time, look at Gucci Gang. It looks like they're positioning in mid lane, but they're actually 2v1ing the Dragon. And on the opposite side, Dream Team gonna start forcing at Baron.
And Voy's all the way bottom splitting again.
Voy does have teleport. Elder Drake does head on over to the side of Gucci Gang, and that's just gonna buff him up way up. That's a lot of damage now with the Infernal Drake, Mountain Drake, and Cloud Drake in the hands of Gucci Gang. Ulti not going to go down. Dredge line is going to land onto Nintendude. Ultimate does hit Rovex. Rovex gets knocked up. Nintendude is very low. Flash forward, not going to land onto too much. Rovex still very low. Willie going to die. Nintendude goes down. PewDiePie picks up the kill and is still healthy. He's popping off. Keep your eyes on PewDiePie. PewDiePie gets the GA from 1. He gets 2. Will be picking up the 3rd in just a second. And down he goes. Shifter picks it up. And the Dream Team play the patient game. And they find the fight they want and go 3 for 2 and can turn their focus on whatever they want, and it looks like they're going to turn the focus on the top side. Hopefully that's not what they want. No, but they turn it down, and Cutie popping off.
With Gucci Gang having Elder Dragon.
That was an intense fight, and those are some big dragons to have. Like, you move around quickly in the team fight. I guess Mountain Drake is the only one that doesn't help when you're fighting, but the Infernal Drake, that's a lot of damage over to the side of Gucci Gang, and unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize in that team fight. Cutie, look at that health. He was untouched. GA not popped. Still has flash, still has heal. On the opposite side, everyone burned all their summoners except Shady.
Yeah, I mean, Cutie got in right in there and was able to kill the carry. So extremely well played. Like, as a Lucian, you have short range, so it's all about dashing in and unloading your damage, and Cutie did just that.
9-1 and 9 is Lucian on the bottom side of the map, leading the charge for the Dream Team. Take a look at that replay one more time, brought to you by Tyler1.com, discount code alpha.
Ooh, both teams eyeing the Baron again. It's still up on the map, and the biggest objective left to take.
Oh, one chain gonna land, Shifter gonna back out of it. His Banshee's Veil shield was procced, so now could be vulnerable to some sort of attack in the next 30 seconds. We'll give it 30 seconds.
If you can see, there's actually very little pink worth on the map because no one has a slot for pink ward other than not Shorter Ace.
Oh, but look at that one sneaky ward. It is there. It does allow vision for the side of Gucci Gang, and Lee Sin's there. If there's someone that's going to steal it, it is going to be a Lee Sin kick. Ultimate going to go down. That's going to stop Lee Sin from getting in. And there it is. Nightblue, atoning for his mistakes earlier, picks up the Baron.
Yeah. Very well timed ultimate from Scar. Was able to deny the Lee Sin completely.
Scar has been playing very, very well. I hope he's not bored right now. I hope we get to see more of Scar's support, making plays and allowing Cutie to do what he does best.
I mean, from his early game laning, I didn't think his Nautilus was that great, but Scar once again proving me wrong.
Leave Scar alone. No bullying. Chat, no bullying. Twitch chat. 22-12. Only a 2,000 gold difference right now. Basically negligible for two of these titans here, giving us one hell of a show in the third quarterfinals match of the day. The winner will move on to the semifinals, and the winner of that will take on the reigning champions, Tim E. Turner. That team was able to slog through the first half of games today. So on the split push game, Boy goes. So 4 in the mid lane. Trap's going to make this annoyingly difficult. But I mean, one trap could end it all with a Lee Sin kick coming from the other side.
Looks like they're going to go for 1-3-1. They're going to push all 3 lanes. Let's see how this got for the Dream Team.
Voy backed off. I don't know what Voy bought there.
I think he bought Death Cap. It has to be. That's the only thing worth backing.
I was like, you did all that work to set up the lanes. You have Baron. It's an open inhib. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to go spend some money on a Dark Seal.
He has over 1.1k AP. He's gonna be melting anyone that's in front of him.
So would you have him just join the team fight, or would you have him back on split push duty?
At this point, they have to split push because all three of them have Baron, and they don't have any reasons to keep multiple people in the same lane. They want a 1-3-1, and they want to make sure all three lanes are pushing much as possible.
And I think that's going to be a big win there. Boy able to pick up the blue buff of Gucci Gang, so he's going to be able to be sending out a ton of double fangs.
Mm-hmm.
Double fangs, twin fangs, whatever.
Boy, finally on the inhibitor. Nintendo not being able to do much. Look at just the auto from Boy and the empowered cannon minion taking this inhibitor like it's made out of paper.
Oh man, look at Nintendo just kind of get chunked there by the miasma. That's a lot, and there it is. Inhib goes down on the bottom side. Turret goes down on the top side. They're going to commit to Boy. Let's see how long he can stall out. How many kills he might be able to get here. The Fear Beyond Death does go down. Nintendo is very low. And he actually goes down to the poison. Voyboy, a one-man wrecking crew, will allow the rest of his team to clean this one up. This might be all she wrote. Shifter going in, gets the sigil down, will die, but it is so far a 2 for 2. But look at all the inhibitors. They're all gone, and Gucci Gang might have to go back to the thrift shop and figure out what they're going to do, because this might be a little bit too expensive for them to bite off.
Yeah, I mean, they still have Baron. Cutie's still alive. A huge carry on the team.
Doesn't look like the Dream Team want to keep dreaming anymore. They want this win to be a reality, and they will stay with the Baron buff and their main carry there. Cutie still untouched. GA just up. The only thing that's missing is some mana for those that that were watching earlier. Shout out to LS. So the next Elder Drake comes up, and it's nice and easy.
3 inhibitors down. Elder Drake gonna go over to the Dream Team. I don't see them losing this. Yeah, Short Ray is not even going to go for the steal. This is a done deal, in my opinion.
So minions scale later as the game gets later and later, and so super minions now going to be streaming into the base. It's going to be a big task for the whole side of Gucci Gang to figure out what they're going to do, clearing minions, and that has nothing to do. That doesn't even include the Elder Empowered Dragons damage coming out of Dream Team.
Yeah, Daniel, once you have 3 inhibitors down, you get 2 super minions every time, so it becomes incredibly hard to deal with.
So 45 minutes. I think it's now the longest game in the history of the Tyler1 Championship Series. Don't quote me on that. With Cutie Pie Scara leading the way. Shifter just looking to see if he can pop anyone with some classic misdirection, and then Boy on the bottom side of the map. Let's take a look at how this last team fight unfolds.
Up, not able to kick Cutie in.
Cutie knew it was coming, flash forward, and so the kick goes sideways. He's able to pick up that kill. He's unstoppable. Doesn't matter what kind of plate you're wearing, he's gonna rip it right off. And Cutie Pie finds 2 kills. The GA does get popped, but Nightblue now jumps in. Evan RL doing a decent job, but there is the dredge line that lands. His GA gets popped. GG's coming out from Mr. Atkins in the top lane, and it's just a formality here. Shifter, Cutie Pie, Scara, the Dignitas boys taking it to Rovex, the guy that no one knew going into the tournament, and he dies because no one knows who he is, and we're going to Game 3. Cue up that Silver Scrapes, Mr. Production Man, because it's 1-1. Dream Team still alive.
For Game 3, I think it's going to come down a lot to champion pick.